What is the history of Unix file system permissions? Imagine trying to keep your files safe in a busy office, where everyone needs access but not everyone should see everything. That's exactly what Unix file system permissions were built to do. They started back in 1969 at Bell Labs, where the creators needed a way to control who could read, write, or execute files in a multi-user environment. Unix was designed to be used by many people at once, so managing access was a top priority from the very beginning. The original permission system was simple but effective. Each file and folder was assigned an owner and a group. Permissions were set for 3 types of users: the owner, the group, and everyone else. These permissions included reading a file, writing or changing it, and executing it if it was a program. This setup made it easy to control who could do what without needing complex rules. Permissions were shown with symbols like R for read, W for write, and for execute. You could also use numbers to set permissions quickly. For example, 755 meant the owner could do everything, but the group and everyone else could only read and execute. When it came to directories, the execute permission meant you could enter or search inside the folder, not just run a program. This was a smart way to keep directories secure while still allowing access. To make managing permissions easier, Unix introduced the command called umask. It acts like a filter that removes certain permissions from new files and folders. If you set a umask of 22, new files would automatically be created with permissions like 644, giving the owner full rights but restricting others. Over time, Unix added more features, like access control lists, which let you set even more detailed permissions. Still, the basic model remains the foundation for understanding permission errors today. When you run into permission errors, it's often because the user or process doesn't have the right to access a file or folder. Knowing how permissions work helps you troubleshoot these issues. For example, if you see a permission denied error, check who owns the file and what permissions are set for the owner, group, and others. Sometimes, the problem is with the default permissions set by the umask or a change in ownership. Understanding the history of Unix permissions helps you see why they are so important. They were designed to be simple yet powerful enough to keep files safe in a multi-user system. This design has influenced many modern operating systems, making it essential knowledge for anyone working with Unix or Linux. When you know how permissions are set and how they work, fixing permission errors becomes much easier and faster.